Hi everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks, and today I'm going to play the most powerful tier 10 medium tank in the game. So what exactly is it? Well, let's take a look at what is producing the best win ratio, and it is the Hurricane. Now this is a copy of the CS63, which has the best win ratio of any of the tech tree tanks. However, if we were going to base this on win ratio difference, it would actually be a vehicle that I don't have, the Object 907, and the best tech tree tank at increasing your win rate would be the Object 430U. One of the reasons why I love this win rate difference so much is that we can take a look at the win rate difference of the CS63 and the Hurricane and see that they're practically identical, which you'd expect as the Hurricane is just a complete copy of the CS63. But it really shows you that even if you have much less people playing it of a much higher skill cap, the impact that the tank is having on their influence in the battle is almost identical. So interestingly enough, I now have my exact same builds on the Hurricane and the CS63. I 3-marked the CS63 last year, but I haven't even got my first one on the Hurricane yet as it's brand new. It seems ridiculous to me to think that I have 2 sets of bond equipment on these vehicles, but in actuality, the Hurricane is going to be the first reward vehicle that you can play inside Onslaught. As you'd expect, it's a vehicle that you got for participating in Onslaught, for being able to get yourself gold in 3 seasons. I got this on both my free-to-play and my main account. And so if you're looking at playing the most overpowered tank at tier 10 medium for the Hurricane, then don't worry, this vehicle is identical to the CS63. So if you like the gameplay that you see today, then just get your CS63 out or work towards it up the Polish tech tree. And most of the tanks are okay up the Polish tech tree, although I wouldn't say that they're exactly great. So the CS63 is the fastest medium tank in the game, which makes me feel really sad when I end up on a map like Himmelsdorf. Where's my opportunity to really use my super speed to be able to get anywhere? Now, I could try and rush down the west, but most likely going to get caught out by a heavy tank or a tank destroyer if I do that. So I think what I have to do is either try and poach the middle of the map and try to get some shots through there, or alternatively I need to go up on the hill. Do you know what I think I'll do? I think I'll be a little bit sneaky, a little bit of an opportunist, and I think I'm going to go straight through towards the middle of the map. And then after I've managed to get a couple of hopefully good opportunity strikes on my opponents, then I'm going to turn it into a hill push instead. See if this 1-2-1 manages to hit me. There is quite a nice position that we can use here to little ramp our vehicle up and just have a quick gander. You can sometimes even catch the artillery on their way between different flanks, but oh dear, the 1-2-1 got a really good shot into me there. We're not going to return the fire, unfortunately. It's definitely one of the downsides to the CS63 or the Hurricane, is it really does have issues with its turret. It's not a tank that you can just hold down. The mant looked pretty good on the front of the vehicle, but that's about it. Alright, so unfortunately, this play really didn't work out for me at all. Not at all. We didn't get any kind of profit from the center of the map. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drop out now that the 1-2-1B is reloading against the EBR. And I'm going to go and reinforce the hill. And you'll see just how outrageously quick this tank is. Especially if, like me, you put a bond turbo on this tank. And I do like the bond turbo on this vehicle, purely for being able to contest the early positions. You know that when you spawn in on a map like Mines, on Tundra, that you are getting the hill before anyone else. And on maps like that, it's usually the tank that gets the hill first that keeps winning the hill. What was that? Did that 4005 really just roll for 2,140 on that E50M? That was absolutely diabolical damage that player managed to do there. So we've got a Panzer 7 up on the hill. That is the most powerful heavy tank in the game right now. And now that I'm reaching tier 10 for the mediums, I guess I'm also going to have to start and think about what class I want to play next for the playing through the most powerful or the best. I've played all the way through all of the mediums from tier 4 up to tier 10. I wonder if I'll do the heavy tanks next. I guess I'm going to go after this T95. He misses his shot. He manages to pull back around the corner. Don't want to get zinged in the side of the turret. Our team is pushing quite convincingly. Alright, you know what? I'm going to go with you then. Okay, dude, let's just go then. Let's just go then. Come on then. Come on then, my friend. We got to go. Oh, that sucks. But we got to go. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All of our team is pushing. We've got to push with them. If we don't push with them, this is going to suck for us. Hopefully this guy's going to make his way up. And don't shoot the E100, please. We don't need to shoot the E100. That's a great shot, though. Nice shots. Not a nice shot there from me. Come on, Hurricane. When you play a sweaty tank like this, you feel like you have to have sweaty results. And I'm not having the sweaty results so far. Another shell goes right through the top of my tank. Everyone firing heat at me, but I'm firing gold back at them, right? Got to see if I can get an opportunistic shot into this guy's cupola. I can't. Hopefully he doesn't get my turret again. And that definitely wasn't the push play that we needed. That really wasn't the push play that we needed. We've got all these autoloaders that are just unwilling to commit and do their autoloader plays. What we need to do is we need to just get in here and play like autoloaders. Autoloaders go in and then they dump rounds out. There we go. Now we've got some pressure going. Now we've got some pressure going. That's what we needed to do a little while ago. Thank goodness we've actually got that pressure up now. Got to watch that 60 TP. Try to get this E100 in the side of the turret. This game's razor close right now. It's pretty much even on hit points, hoping that we can get this E100, but my penetration's not exactly great. But I probably could have gone for his hull armor there. He's using the little baby gun, so he's actually got a fairly good rate of fire here. Nice, right through the side. Oh dear, artillery just hit me very badly indeed. Should I drop back and try and get some shots along here? Maybe I can manage it, as I notice a little spider weaving a web down across my monitor right now. Easy. That wasn't easy, was it? You're just gonna sit there? What? I don't feel like it's my lucky day so far for the Hurricane. We've got an EBR in our base right now, an SD2 down below us. I gotta get that little spider out the way. Be gone, spider! Man, that bounce on that T-57 Heavy, that could be absolutely brutal. Do you think I'll spot him if he crosses that tiny little gap there? I probably will. Should I go back for the EBR? Looks like I've got 2 medium tanks that are doing that. Will my team be able to handle that E100? Surely they're going to handle that E100. Is this TVP and T-57 Heavy going to go after me? The artillery's trying his best, and I'm quite lucky I just bounced a heat round there from the T-57 Heavy. Oh, this game is close. Close, 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 close. So I think in this situation, I have to just be a little bit chill, just wait it out. I'm not sure if the T-57 Heavy will spot me if I don't go too close to the edge. I don't think he'll see me in this situation, but I can see his FE405. As long as I don't go too close to the edge, I should be okay here. Is he going to have to pull back? Will he pull back behind this position? Finally. Finally! What about this FE405? Can we get him as well? Got to watch out for the arty, though. I reckon that arty's going after me. Cool. We actually got a nice bit of damage there against the FE405. Let's see if we can go after him. Can we finish off the FE405? No. Can we finish off this T95 E6? That's an unusual tank to be seeing, right? Usually don't see T95 E6s about. Just one of those kind of tanks. Just got to watch out for the arty. Nice. Another tank falls. Getting closer towards having this game now. Wonder if this guy's going to try and go after me. I tried to hit his weak point. Wow, there's so many gaps in these buildings. I didn't realize. It's a very unusual position to be in here. Very unusual position to be in. You can see why this is a sniper tank after all, right? Okay, you know what? I've got a bone to pick with that arty, I think. Hopefully he hasn't got a bone to pick with me. That was a ludicrous snipe. Man, look at what the reload of this tank goes down to with adrenaline rush. That is 11 rounds a minute. We are talking over 4,000 damage per minute that we are packing on a medium tank that could go at 75 kilometers an hour around the battlefield. Ludicrous speed. So, I'm not sure I'll go after the arty right now. I think I might just go down the alleyway with this Progetto, just to make sure that these 2 heavies don't do anything stupid, but I'm pretty sure the Progetto is about to mop up. Yeah, Progetto's going to mop up. But maybe we can mop up the 60 TP, or is he about to mop me up? Nah, we'll get him. Good. Alright, 3 kills for me. My combined's awful, though. 3,000 damage, but I just think this was one of those maps where you hope, right? This is one of those maps where you hope. I wonder if the 261 will come after me here. I might just leave the speed mode. It's irrelevant. And there we go. The first game complete for the Hurricane. It is a pretty cool looking vibe on this vehicle, and as many of you will have noticed, as you fire, the Pegasus on the back glows up, and if you're going really quick as well, it glows up as well. Again, this vehicle identical to the CS63, although this one will make the extra crew training, which is nice. As you can see, my Polish crew absolutely slamming it. Oh, reward received for the shenanigans that's going on now. Anyway, let's jump back into the battle. So yeah, definitely not exactly the best game I've ever had in the Hurricane. We finished second on experience, third on damage. Do you know what's ludicrous about this vehicle? Is I think the 3-mark requirement on this tank is about 5 or 6,000 at the moment. I think, no, it's probably more like 6,000 actually. I think on the release day for this vehicle, it was only like about 4.7, something like that. So I guess I should have just grinded it on release day, because I think I was doing more than that when I was playing my CS63. Wow, talk about Tundra. Perfect opportunity here. So we just got to look at what kind of tanks on the enemy team would contest us for that hill location. Leopard might go there, K91 might go there, 121B will be slow there. T100 will go there, but I can grind out a T100 LT. So yeah, this is just the perfect kind of scenario for this vehicle. Just get up on the hill. And it's kind of a situation I might use a premium medkit, but it doesn't look like I have one because of that artillery, and the hill is very vulnerable to artillery. So the hill is mine, or at least you'd hope it would be mine. So see if you can see how the Pegasus on the back glows when you get to a certain speed. You can see the little, how would you describe these? Pins, fans, spikes that come out, and also the wings of the Pegasus on the side glow blue as well, which is pretty cool. I think it's a cool looking design. All in all, I feel like it's quite a nice reward. Although the amount of effort that I've put in to be able to just get a clone of the CS63, probably not worth it from that perspective. But you know what? I did it. I did it on 2 accounts. On 2 accounts. And I think it's also a pretty cool idea that, you know, Wargaming aren't making it just pay to win. It's not different. It's not like a Clan Wars tank where they're just straight up better. So that's great as well, you know. So all of the players who didn't play don't have to worry about now all of the sweaty nerds getting a tank that they won't be able to get, at least with regards to a play style. I'd like to highlight as well on this vehicle, just as we try and find out what this T100 LT has planned. Did you see how crazy the statistics were of this? The average win rate of a player in the Hurricane, it was like 61% or something. That's mad. So I am effectively like the average kind of Hurricane player. There's not that many people who ended up being able to get one of these. I didn't realize there's a tiny gap in between the planks there, and that would be an amazing shot if you could be able to pull that off. So can you believe it? Average win ratio on this tank of 61%. Mad. The average player is a unicorn, or a unicum, whatever the hell you want to call us. It's pretty wild for me to consider that. But I guess to be able to get this tank, you had to play all 3 Onslaught seasons. All 3 Onslaught seasons. So yeah, you did have to be a little bit of a nerd. Not just play all 3 Onslaught seasons, get gold minimum in all 3 Onslaught seasons. Although, to be fair, you could have got silver in one season and champion in one season and then gold in another, so there was that opportunity. But I think most people who got champion would easily be able to get gold, even with their placement missions. This 121B reverse. This hill is just the perfect opportunity for this tank. And honestly, what you're seeing right here is why this tank is just so powerful. You can contest those early positions, and there's nothing that your opponents can do about it. And if you can contest the most important location on the map, and your opponent can't do anything about it unless sacrificing to be able... Oh, that was a bad idea. Unless they sacrifice hit points to come and retake the position. But that's why the CS63 has the best win rate. Let's be honest, it doesn't have the best gun, it doesn't have the best armor, it doesn't have the best camo. It's not even close to having any of those things. It doesn't have the best ammunition, it doesn't have any of those aspects. But what it does have is the best speed. Speed in this case with enough of the other aspects. I'd say all of the other aspects of the tank are like a 7 out of 10. You know, maybe like a 7 or an 8 out of 10 gun for a tier 10 medium. Combine that with armor that maybe gets like a 6 or a 5 out of 10, I'd say. But the speed is what just absolutely makes you. It makes or breaks this tank. Would like to get this Minotauro, but don't really want to overexpose. But to be fair, all of the enemy team is spotted, so you know what? Maybe I can overexpose here against this Minotauro and not have to worry about it. Talk about expose. That 50B is exposing himself. He's going straight in there, boys and girls, and I'll have to help him out by the looks of it. I'm gonna ram you. I'm gonna ram you. I'm gonna ram you. No, I'm not. Okay, goodbye. Okay, we'll turn the speed mode on, and then we'll try to go across the other side of the map to be able to go after whoever it is over there. Yes. So all in all, I'd say this is probably one of, if not the most fun tier 10 mediums that you can play. If you're a good player, nothing compares to the CS63 or the Hurricane. Both of them just absolutely banging. I wouldn't recommend them to every World of Tanks player, though. If you're a good player, best tank. If you're not, you might end up not knowing how to use the speed. And if you're going to play this thing like a Leopard and not use the speed, just don't bother. I got the hit points to burn, let's burn them. It'd be funny if I get ammo racked instantly, wouldn't it? Instant ammo rack here. What? That was meant to be mine. I guess I'll go for some tracking shots here on this IS-7. If I can track him. Apparently I'm just too bad to be able to track him here. Look at that, that was close. Can't track. Can't track him, old sport. 5,000 damage now. There we go. That's a game. I'll take 6,300 combined roughly for the Hurricane / CS63. But do you know what's scary about 3-marking this tank? This game would only pretty much just be like a 0.2 climb, or even like or even like a 0.1 climb, or even like a 0.05 climb for the 3-mark requirements on this tank. It is some pretty sweaty players have managed to get this. And you have to be in the echelons of the sweat lording to be able to 3-mark this. Now, on release day, it was easy. Even a scrub lord like me could have 3-marked this vehicle. That's what I got. I got those combines in my CS63 anyway. But yeah, not those combines in the now. I couldn't do 6K now in the Hurricane, that's for sure. So, what else is special about this tank? It can't just all be about the speed, right? But it is, it really is. It's just the speed. It's the fact that it has that kind of better than Leopard speed, but also has some armor, unlike the Leopard, which means that you do pull off ricochets. When you're driving around, you don't get overmatched. You kind of got 50 millimeters of side armor, so unless you've got some really big guns shooting at you, you can wiggle, you can avoid, be able to handle yourself that way. I think it's that when you're in a nice matchup, not that I'm getting many of those, I don't know what all of your matchmaking is like, boys and girls, but I'd say about 3/4 of all the games that I play now is +0, -0, and that's something that's only going to get worse as time moves on in World of Tanks. But when you do get against tier 8 tanks, to be able to go hold down, that upper plate works really well on any tier, but especially against the tier 8s. And then the turret armor seems to actually be pretty decent in those kind of scenarios. As soon as your opponents fire heat though, oh man, they get some really funky angles on you, but you do get some good ricochets, especially when you're using your gun depression. Okay, so where do you all think that I'm going to go? Should be pretty simple, right? There's no light tanks available, so as long as I just get a good angle here on this climb up here, where I hope that I don't get spotted, and I do, that's a shame. Okay, well I'm clearly not going to push up now in front of all of those tanks. I'm going to just get into a position, and then is this 430 going to come through this gap here and try and shoot me? He probably is. So I'm just going to hide. I'm not going to race up the hill right now. I might do it now, though. I might do it now, seeing how I'm no longer spotted. Okay, and what you can do is you can actually, like, hug the edge and you can wiggle up here, and that will allow you to save most of your hit points. So I lost 600, but here's the beautiful thing now. If that Centurion is stupid, he'll sit there. If he's not, he won't. I'm just praying that he's going to chill there. And if he chills there, then I will make him chill in the garage fairly soon. Yeah, I should be able to just wedge myself through here, see through these bushes, or even not. Let's see if I can catch his tracks. Well, I think that was a tracking shot, but it didn't quite work out for me. Oh, wow, nice play. I did not expect him to be able to hold that. There's the tracking shot and an ammo rack as well. Does he use a large repair kit? No, he does not. I'm going to go from the back of the tank then. Hopefully my team keeps spotting him. Don't want to fall off this edge like a noob. Oh, I had the tiniest shot there for a little bit, but I didn't manage it. But I don't want to fall off this edge. If I fall over that edge, I'll look pretty stupid for having lost the 600 hit points to claim the hill. But again, CS63, or in this case the Hurricane, just manages to claim the hill. And that's all you've got to do quite a lot of the time. And now I just have such beautiful angles for the rest of the battle. One thing I like doing here is knocking down this tree in like this fashion. And then we can sit a lot more safely up here. And then hopefully now we can get some cross shots in better against this T-110E5 if they manage to push through. But yeah, they need to kind of like go along the outside. Is he going to push? Yes, he is, but we don't manage to hit him. I don't think he'll see us from this scenario now. He might do, though. Another little push play T-110E5. Come on, give me another little taste. Just another little taste of American side armor. That's what I would want. This game's looking like this one could be really hard, though. Look at that. They've managed to get a 5,000 hit point advantage against us. Now, I can't really poke over here and go after this E100 because it's likely they've got an FE215B183 up there. I'm also really worried that these opponents could be able to just push through. Part of me's thinking that another way that I could have gone here is I could have raced along here and gone up into this little alcove and I could shoot all of those players along there. It's too late to do that now, but that position up there is very strong for a tank like this. In fact, it might have been the better position to go into. But if they'd pushed around on the hill, it would have not been the better position to go around into. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to just try and make a bit of poke play in the bush here. Oh wow, we found the FE215B183. That's for certain. Wonder if he has good view range. Oh, he doesn't. You know what that means? That means a freebie for me. Stupid post. Guess I could have gone a little bit further back there. Oh no 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 no. So I wonder how we got spotted there. It must have been the E100 in the side. Oh, we've got to be careful with this E50M. Did he spot me again? No, he's out my render distance. Sorry, not out the render distance, out the spotting distance of 445, so we're fine. The TVP's in the... How far is that away? 600? I can shoot that far. He's about there, I'd say. No, where is he then? Oh, he's behind the rock. I can get that. Oh, sneaky, right? Now he has to drive out in front of my friends. I'm hitting him again. I'm going to keep forcing him out. I'm just going to keep dumping. Force him out into the open. So I think I hit him twice there. So just a little bit of a tip here. Guns inside World of Tanks, once you've gone past the low tier, can go 720 meters. So if you right-click the minimap, you can see a marker that shows you exactly how far it is when you are aiming at it. And that will allow you to then see how far you can fire, and you'll know whether you can manage to get the shots in against your opponents. I've got to be really careful if I get spotted there by the E50M, because I'll get absolutely slammed from down below, which I obviously don't want to happen. But also, you know, I got to get some damage in, right? I got to get some damage in. Will he see me? Yeah, he does. Alright, there's a TVP over here going after my friends. I'll have to slinky across over onto this side, and hopefully we can start to dump another TVP. Oh man, this game is not going according to plan, ladies and gents. But let's see what we can recover. Wow, nice shot on the move, Cash. So casual. Casual gamer. We're pushing him on, but I just don't think it's going to matter. Another one bites the dust. And it's just me and an E100 now. And very soon, sadness. Kampfpanzer coming up on the hill. Buitskavitzer coming up on the hill. Is that E100 going to try and reverse for me? You know, I feel like I got a better chance against this E100 than I do against the people coming up very soon. Should I try and bait him around the side? I can, maybe. Is he going to ram me? Oh, the E100 gets me. I don't really see how I could have done all that much more there. 5,200 damage from the hill is pretty good. I think it was just one of those kind of games where the enemy team just did well. They outplayed us. They outflanked us. They didn't want to ever go through the east, and when they did, I showed you just how dominant the hill can be against that. I hit that TVP twice. Blind. So it was actually 5,600 damage. I doubled what anyone else on my team was able to do. But well played to this 430U. The other best tank, right? The one that's actually improving its players' win ratio by more than the CS63. It just doesn't have as good players playing it. The 430U being very dominant there. All right, we've got time for one more. So let me clarify that if you're an average, below average player, or even a slightly above average player, you're probably going to do better with the 430U. And you know what? I think if you're even a really good player and you play the 430U to its strengths, you're most likely going to do better in the 430U as well. Just in my opinion. But as soon as you start to become really, really good or exceptional, you're going to do just as well in the CS63, if not better. But the 430U is absolutely no slouch. Okay, so I'm spawning in on Assault Corellia. I'm going to use a second build here. So far, I've been just using full firepower, full mobility, and it's been working out for me with my damage. Now I'm going to use an exhaust and a vision system. And the reason for that is that on this map, I go D4. Cover me. The reason for that is that I'm going to cross the middle at the start of the battle. Now, I'm going to be a little bit slower because I'm not using that Bond turbo. But I feel like the exhaust will really help out to allow me to sneak my way in. Oh my god, what is that gorilla doing? What is that gorilla doing? I'm a little bit concerned about that, boys and girls. I might actually have to stop here. I can't believe I'm having to do this, but I'm going to have to stop here. This could be a disaster game. If I'm outside this bush, this could be an utter disaster game. I cannot believe that gorilla's just decided to go there, and the concept YOLO'd across as well. I'm actually spotting the concept. I'm spotting the E75, I'm spotting the M103. Hopefully this FV405 is going to help me out. Please help me out, FV405. I'm spotting the gorilla still with the vision system. The gorilla's down, so I actually got pretty much all of that gorilla with the vision system there. The exhaust maybe is keeping me hidden. Just got to wait for my team to get rid of this concept from the other side. Gonna ask this WTF Panzer IV to help me with the concept. Hopefully he can. The 60 TP is going to go after the concept as well. Maybe the WT can find the shot. Can the WT find the shot? Maybe. As soon as they get rid of the concept. Okay, now I think I make another play across. Now, one thing to mention about this vehicle is while you are faster in the speed mode, you actually have worse camo. So I'm going to get lit up and I could be dead here. I could just be dead here. I'm going to continue because the TVP is going to be dry and I don't want to get stuck in that position. Nice. That was actually huge. So you got to watch out because in this tank, when you do use the speed mode, you're slower. Oh, sorry. No, you're slower. You're faster, but you've got worse camo. So please do keep in mind that you will be more vulnerable. Okay, I'm hopefully going to just poke up here, try and use some of these bush locations. Doesn't look like I got spotted by that E75. Either that or I'm spotted the whole time. Oh, there's a char up here, for real. And a T95 at the back. He's there. On my marker. So I've put a marker up right now so that I'm hoping that my team can be able to see the T95. I'm hoping the FV405 will fire at the marker. T95 is actually falling back. Okay, I dodged him so I can go back after the char. Ah, only a tracking shot. Alright, so this is pretty much just where the vision system exhaust build is huge. And when you get on these kinds of... Oh, that was a really lazy play by me. But look at that, just on the top with an overmatch. But I should never have poked up there. That could be game losing, honestly. That was my bad. I'm just trying to continue to get some vision in here. But that's just lazy play by me. No excuses. I'm hoping that my team can figure out where this T95 is. If I put my marker just on him. On marker. Oh, he fired. Interesting, interesting. Do I have to go across for the SWB1? I might. I'm getting some good vision up there. Clearly I am with the amount of spotting. Wow, that SWB1 actually gets me. That's a absolute nightmare for me. But I guess if I come across to go after this SWB1, maybe I can get some vision in. Well, the only problem with this build is that, as you can see, its reverse speed is horrendous without the turbo. If you take the field mod that improves your camo and you don't take a turbo, look at that. So slow backwards, even down a slope there. It's awful. Alright, this game is so close right now. In fact, I feel like the enemy team are probably winning it. The FE405 just lost a huge amount of hit points. Oh, look at this STB1. Got him once. I would love to have some arty right about now, but unfortunately I've spawned in a game with no arty. I'm worried that the TVP is going to rush me. If I was the TVP in this kind of a game when I'm up 6,000 hit points, I'd consider pushing. Oh, what the flippity flop? Has he been there the whole time? Was he there the whole time? Was that why I was getting spotted? Maybe that's why I was getting spotted. Well, he's out. That's great. That TVP might have been there the entire time. Maybe that's why I got spotted when I was crossing and it wasn't actually the TVP in their base that spotted me. Alright, this game's getting interesting. So, I feel like now that I know that the TVP is out of there, I should go back towards the middle and I should try and poke up for a little bit more vision in towards the center for my team. I feel like I got to get my FE405 and my 60 TP into the game. I'll try and see if I can spot this T95 again. Do you think he's still up there? The E75 is still there, that's for sure. I didn't get spotted though this time, which is cool. Oh, I spotted a G-Saw though. Do you think he saw me? He didn't. Wow, shows you how good the camera rating is with an exhaust. So this guy's clearly... He clearly knows something's going on. Wow, I just thought maybe I've got the angle on this tortoise. Is the tortoise facing me? Gosh darn it, if only I'd hit that tortoise there. Got to wait for a little while for the C75 to just reset the vision. Jagdtiger's come over for me as well now. Sheesh! Sheesh! Wow, this is turning into quite a long battle, this one. I'm really worried that if their mediums apply some pressure down, that there's not much that we're going to be able to do for it. I can't really see any opportunities to make like aggressive push plays right now. I feel like the enemies have got some really good angles, and there's an STRV that could be up here as well. STRV could be anywhere right now. I could go into that dip and see if I could put some pressure on the AMX-30. But once I'm in the dip, I'm pretty much committed. I'm pretty much committed. It's proxy spot. I need my team to proxy spot. Why can't my team proxy spot? Okay. Wow, this is almost an amazing opportunity. I should have come around here a little bit earlier, I think. Unfortunately, there's only 2.5 minutes left on this game, so it could be quite hard to be able to find these angles. The MX-30 is really not thinking this through very clearly, is he? Oh man, if only I could get this 30 out, then I could maybe start to apply some vision for my team. Oh, what's that? A G-Saw and a T95? Oh. Oh. The sirens go off. The defeat is imminent. Goodness gracious. Gonna end up with a 50% win ratio in this tank today. What's this T95 doing? Shall I shoot your lower plate? Go on then, buddy. Just wish that 30 would go away. Should I try and use an HE shell to knock down this tree so I can spot the T95 again? T95 is going to be aiming at me for sure. Is this 60 TP coming after me right now? I think he might be. Oh, that was lucky. That shows you how this thing's armor works out though, right? I was hoping my team could be able to get some shots from the center. They can as well. Look at that. There we go. Delicious. Should I go for another HE shell on the T95 here? Try and knock down the guy's tree again. Nice. That's very lucky to pen that part of the T95. Very lucky. Well, we're doing some work. Only 30 seconds left on the game, though. I'm just going to try and do a little final flurry against this 60T. I'm dead. I'm still alive. I guess the G-Saw spotted me. I just wanted to see if I could get a little bit of more action on the 60TP, but unfortunately it wasn't the case. Hey, you get me. Well done. Well, I tried, boys and girls. I was aggressive at the beginning of the game. I felt like I got multiple tier 10 tanks spotted out and destroyed. That was 7,300 combined. Not a bad round. It really shows you how much value you can get from a vision system exhaust if you know what you're doing on certain maps. Well played to the enemy team. They did a good job at defending, and they set up some good lines of fire. They set up some good defense, and it just never really felt that after that initial burst that my big tank destroyers on the ridgeline got into a good position for me. So nevertheless, we actually ended up getting 8,400 combined there. So we did some blind spotting, that's for sure. We definitely got a large amount of blind spotting there in that battle. The whole of the Gorilla, some on the E75, half of the M103, nearly all of the Char as well. That was actually a pretty big boy game of World of Tanks with that 8,400 combined. So all in all today, we averaged nearly 6k in our 4 battles. 11,500 wargaming rating, only 50% win ratio. That really shows you what an absolute monster tank the CS63 and the Hurricane is. Once again, I'd like to finish this video with the most important point. The CS63 is probably the best tier 10 medium in the game. For the very good and excellent players, or even just good players, will still do well in this tank. However, I really wouldn't recommend it for the average and the below average players. For those players, you are going to do so much better in a 430U. So do yourself a favor, and also all of you new players to the game, do yourself a favor. Go up a super solid tech tree up towards the 430U. You really can't go wrong with any of these tanks. And even the tier 9, it comes with the best gun and the best turret right from the get-go. So it's literally the most friendly line that you can go up. So just because sweaty nerds like me can do very well playing sweaty nerd tanks doesn't mean that it's something that you should go for, unless you feel that you want that exciting gameplay. Anyway, ladies and gents, boys and girls, that was me playing live for YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed this video and you want to see the series continued. If you do, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. If you hated it, however, give it a thumbs down. And let me know in the comments down below whether you think the CS63 is the best tier 10 medium in the game. And if not, which one is the best for you and why? And as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.